Oh, hey everyone, how's it going? It's me, Michael. I'm back from my vacation, which some may call a siesta. And where would a siesta be held? That's right, Spain. I wasn't in Spain, but what's close to Spain? That's right, Italy. And now I ask the most important question. Who is from Italy? That's right. Our mustachioed, red-hatted friend, Mario. Now, while taking my little siesta, I decided to play a little bit of Mario Kart, and it made me think a little bit. What does each game have in common? Well, if you said Bowser's Castle, you'd be right, but you'd also be wrong. Because, in reality, what all games have in common is...
Rainbow Road, one of the most iconic tracks from the Mario Kart franchise, and the only track to make an appearance in all 8 Mario Kart games in some form or fashion. Well, only if you choose to forget about Bowser's Castle. This history and fame makes Rainbow Road one of the most interesting topics within the Mario Kart franchise, so today I will discuss every single Rainbow Road over the past 30 plus years of this franchise and rank them on a tier list, Mario Item League enumeration. Also, I'll not be ranking any remasters of a course unless they are drastically different from the original. Alright, you got it all? Good. Let's get into this. And where better to start than with the original Rainbow Road in Super Mario Kart? Now, I have a confession to make. I didn't actually unlock it in the original game for one key factor. This game controls horribly, oh my god. Now, this is understandable because the game was released when George H.W. Bush was still president, and the most popular game was the original Mortal Kombat. So needless to say, Nintendo had zero clue how to make this game function. But lucky for us, this Rainbow Road happens to be one of the most remastered tracks in Mario Kart. So, looking at the Mario Kart 8 version, this is a nice, simple version of Rainbow Road. The track has no guardrails, which makes it potentially challenging for both newcomers and veterans, and it also has a couple flops, which is pretty neat. Overall, this track's pretty inoffensive, so I'll give it a B rank. Next up is Rainbow Road, but in 3D. Mario Kart 64's Rainbow Road is, interesting. And what am I kidding? This thing sucks. My first reason I hate this thing is the fact that the entire track has guardrails, so you will never fall off even if you try. My second reason is that other than these chain chomps roaming around, nothing is going on. Even in the background, it's just an endless void other than these couple of faces that keep popping up in the sky. Now, I could possibly forgive these factors if it wasn't for the ridiculous length of the course, which took me over 7 minutes to complete. Now, with all these factors put together, I think Mario Kart 64's Rainbow Road deserves a D rank. However, this course was brought back in Mario Kart 8 and all of its issues were completely fixed. Some of the rails were removed, the activity on the course and in the background increased, and most importantly, the course was shortened from 7 minutes to around 2 minutes. Yeah, this remaster easily gets an A rank. Returning back to the 2D style of Mario Kart nearly 10 years after Super Mario Kart, and with an entirely different George Bush as president, we have Mario Kart Super Circuit with its own Rainbow Road. And, to be honest, it's fairly similar to Super Mario Kart's Rainbow Road. Only this time it has these jump pads on the side so that you can pull off some sick shortcuts if you're a skilled player. Which I'm clearly not. Anyway, given the fact that it's essentially Super Mario Kart's Rainbow Road with a different layout, I'll also give it a B rank. And now we permanently transition back into the mystical world of the third dimension with Mario Kart Double Dash's Rainbow Road. And oh man, this is a drastic upgrade from its predecessors. For example, you aren't racing in the middle of space anymore, but rather in the air above Mushroom City, which is, fun fact, another course from the game. But besides the ire of the FAA, what else does this course bring to the table? Well, other than its extreme difficulty in newcomers and veterans alike, it also has 2 really cool features. First is the big elevator tube thing, which adds a lot of charm to the track. And second is the fact that the falling stars you can see will occasionally land on the course and actually drop an invincibility star, which is pretty cool. Also, bonus third feature, the music is by far the best Rainbow Road theme to date. Anyway, with the course's perfect amount of difficulty and cool gimmicks, I think that Double Dash deserves an S rank as well as a remaster.
I'm serious. I would let my soul willingly get captured again by that freak in order to get Double Dash Rainbow Road in a future Mario Kart game.
Another track with no remasters is Mario Kart DS's Rainbow Road, and for a handheld track, it's fairly impressive. You have this spiral as well as a loop-de-loop, which is something you don't see in any other Rainbow Roads and a very rare gimmick in Mario Kart in general. The track also plays well and stuff, but to be honest, the impressiveness of the spiral and loop-de-loop alone put it at an A rank. Anyway, now it's time to alienate over half of the Mario Kart fanbase by saying this, but I do not enjoy Mario Kart Wii's Rainbow Road that much. Beginning with the positives, I enjoy the addition of half-pipes to the course, and I also enjoy the layout of the course and concept. Now for the negatives. To begin, I have to say that I am not a fan of how Mario Kart Wii controls, and Rainbow Road is a prime example of that. Now, I don't have an issue with tight turns and other challenging parts of tracks typically, but the controls of this game make these incredibly harder than they need to be. And my other major complaint with the course is it just isn't visually appealing. And yes, I hear those of you going, Mario Galaxy reference. And yes, it is pretty neat. But too bad I don't like Mario Galaxy that much. Overall, if this version of Rainbow Road got added to a newer Mario Kart, I probably would enjoy it more. But as it is now, I'd probably place it at a C rank. And now for quite possibly the most loved Rainbow Road in any Mario Kart, that being Mario Kart 7's Rainbow Road, and oh man, this one's so cool. To begin, you're racing on the rings of Saturn as well as the moon, which is by far one of the coolest ideas Mario Kart has ever had. Alongside the amazing setting, the track has possibly the second best Rainbow Road theme in the series, only behind Double Dash. With those awesome features and just all-around spectacular layout and difficulty, I think this track easily earns an S rank. And our final Rainbow Road is in Mario Kart 8, and it's not very good. Now, I do have to say that the Space Station theme is incredibly cool, but they lean way too far into it. The course feels less Rainbow Road being just a thing that exists in the Mario universe, and more like Elon Musk's new idiotic idea for a space gimmick. But anyway, how does it play? Actually, not too horrible. There are a couple spots that'll fling you off the side of the track if you're not careful, but beyond that, it's fine. But man, I cannot get over that theme feeling just not Rainbow Road. So you know what? C rank.
And that officially completes the tier list, Mario item league enumeration. Now, obviously, with Rainbow Road's wide appeal, it isn't only limited to Mario Kart games. It can also be found in Mario Galaxy 2, Super Smash Bros. For 3DS, and even the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Yeah, that's 11 different times that Rainbow Road has appeared at a minimum. So, with that number hurting my brain, I think I'm going to go take a little rest here and let my brain figure this out. Why thou put me through thy torture, God?